All right, so what's going on, y'all? We are back with our second topic of the day. So we got, should men require DNA testing at birth? So we're talking about, say two people, have sex and the woman gets pregnant. Should the man get a DNA test right as she gives birth to the baby, or should he not?
I want to go first on this.
What's up, bro?
I just want to say this: if you at the point where y'all about to have this baby and you need to get a DNA test, what the is going on? Like what the is going on? Like for real, for real. Like why do you need a DNA test, bro? Like why do you not know that this is your baby? Like why? That whole part right there is my thing. Cause I know they're trying to make it a law to where DNA testing is mandatory after they have a child. And it's to me it's like, yeah, they're trying to make it a law. Like what state was it? I know it's one state that's already trying to do it right now. It was a state in the South somewhere. But the fact that this is a major issue is sad, and I'm gonna be honest. If I'm at the hospital and I even think I need a DNA test within, I feel like that's your answer right there. Like, why you need to? You don't know, bruh. Like, what you been doing the last 9 months and the 8 months before that or 6 months before that? You don't know, bro. Like the whole situation. That's just all bad. Like, that's just people moving irresponsibly and not like. I don't know. I can't. Uh, should it be mandatory to have a DNA test? Oh, I guess it can be, but I don't even want to be in that position to where I need a DNA test when I'm sitting there at the hospital with my baby.
But would it make you feel some way though? Like if it was mandatory and like it comes to that time, you just gave birth to your child, like how would you feel?
Me,
I'm just
I'm gonna
feel if
like I
I'm gonna
mean
tell the doctor like, bro, I don't
it's
need
two
no
sides
DNA
of it.
test.
Like for me, it's the test being pressured to take one before because you could be so confident, be like, "That's my son," or "That's my child," "That's my child," "That's my child." Then you get that paperwork back, and then what if
it's
it ain't?
not.
Yeah, like what if it ain't?
It's heavy.
That's a male,
Yeah.
man. It's too many males out here. See, it's
So
different
it's
between
just
males
like
and men because men know what's going on. Males just be lost in the sauce. Ain't no way you shouldn't be that unin tune in your relationship that you didn't know. Like I be seeing videos of dudes and they be doing a DNA test and then find out it's not theirs. Like, bro, you let's be man. Most of the, we all at a when you get to a certain age and point, you know if somebody fucking somebody else.
yeah.
Like you can kind of, and even if they not, it's very possible, like highly possible. Like certain conversations need to be start being had. Like why we even having unprotected sex? If you like, if if the relationship we both feel like it's rocky, you probably messing with somebody else, or the other person messing with somebody. Y'all don't even need to be having unprotected sex. You definitely don't need to be having like it's too much unprotected sex going on. Like and it be situations where the woman don't even know.
Most of the time, she said it only happened one time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't want to hear this shit.
It only happened one time.
I mean, don't get me wrong, that is possible, but it don't
But
matter. It
then-
only take one time. It only take one time
But that's what
for her to get
that
pregnant.
mandatory DNA test come in. Like, how, you get what I'm saying?
So,
She said one time, you still gonna trust your chick, or you really sitting there waiting on the results? Like, yeah, this shit better be mine. I mean, I'm just saying it puts y'all men in a, and she might be looking for results too, but she really, from a female standpoint, we're really just hoping that it's yours because if we didn't, we wouldn't have strung you along all this time. And I'm not saying string you along, but like we really want it to work. So when it comes out that what if that paperwork do say it ain't your child, how is that going to make y'all feel? Are y'all still going to be like, yeah, I'm going to rock with it, or I'm still going to be with you? Yeah, I understand it was one time, or you just like, nah, that ain't. See?
You should be. You
But
should.
listen, but that's where that mandatory DNA. So it's like, should it be mandatory? Should it not? Because that puts it puts a damper in y'all relationship. Like that really fuck up shit.
You
If
know,
I
the
find
devil
out,
is a crafty joker, though.
it is, and if I find out that baby ain't mine, I'm not staying to raise this other man
But that's
child.
only because they put that mandatory DNA test out there. If it wasn't mandatory and she just said it was one, you weren't trying to leave when she said it was one time. You was still rocking with her. You came to the hospital. You was there when she gave birth. So now when you find out that it ain't your child, now you
If
ready
she
to.
says one time, hell, I'm getting a DNA test.
Oh, I
Right.
mean,
It's
ain't
one
that?
time,
But I'm just
yeah,
saying, some
I'm getting
people.
that shit.
Yeah, because if she telling you it happened one time, if she confides in you that, or she lets you know she pregnant, and then she also lets you know that it's a possibility, like we was going through our break, say y'all was on a break for 4 or 5 months, whatever, and then because there's nothing wrong with people going on a break in a relationship. Sometimes people
Yeah.
need to take a break from each other. Like,
That don't mean no fuck.
no, I'm not
Like,
saying,
come on.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but like we are.
Human.
I'm not saying that. You're right, exactly. But I'm just saying if she come to me and tell me that and then I know it's a possibility of somebody else. Like she was talking about.
So you might as well leave then.
Right. I'm not gonna be at
Because
the
it's
house.
already a mandatory DNA test, so like why even be
The
I
relationship.
could call you and be like, hey, this your child. And then in that case, hey, come sign the birth certificate. Bring your ass here right now.
Like it's just bringing another. It's just bringing another bad situation back into our community of just bad family structure, bro. Because let's say she tell him that he don't be around, but then the baby do be his. Now they don't even got no relationship no more. Like they not with each other. Like so, it's still like the mother and the father not together, which is too many situations like that in our community. It's too many.
Yeah, but that's also go back to just bad parenting because at the end of the day, if you was raised right, you still need to become. I mean, yeah, you probably a boy or a male or whatever, but you need to learn to be a man because at the end of the day, you stuck your penis into this woman and you created a child, so you should still want to step up and be there.
Right.
We got deadbeat men.
I ain't even talking about taking care of them. It's just about like y'all two are not together.
Exactly, but you find that the child is yours, you still should be like, all right, I'm finna do this because that's my seed.
Nah,
you know
yeah, you take care of them. I'm saying it's not guaranteed that y'all gonna get back together.
No, ain't nobody saying that, but you just need to be there for that child, though.
But yeah, that's
because some men don't even do that.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm talking about. That's where generation things just is messed up because at the end of the day, she might be looking at you as like, hey, I want to see you together, but you might not be like that. But at the end of the day, you need to be there for the child because that's your seed. And you got some men who ain't even trying to do that. And that's just, it got to be better, man. Like, we got to do better just as us as, our culture and the community that we come from. Like, we can't do that. And ain't nobody willing to do that at all. It's just like, as soon as you hear that, hey, that ain't my child, or she's, she confided you and gave you all honesty, but you still just like, okay, whatever, I'm good. But that's your seed. Like, you even got DNA results to prove that it's your child, but you're not even gonna be there for the child. It ain't about the woman. Leave the woman out of it. Even if she wanna be with you or not, leave the woman out of it. Now we're just talking about the child that we brought into this world. Because now that child is, without a father. So that's what I'm looking at.
What is your take, Tiana?
I feel like y'all shouldn't be living with everybody named grandmama because they have a private part. Learn to keep your stuff inside your pants, and you wouldn't have to worry about if this is your kid or not. I feel like you should only be trying to have a kid with your one and only, your one and only. If you have to do a DNA test, you should have been peeping that she was built a little bit different when you was interested that night. It don't take a dummy to know if somebody's not gonna be fake or not. So you either just horny or you don't care, or y'all both just playing each other. But to put a kid in the mix of all the BS is very disrespectful. It's very uncalled for, and that's how you have kids that become adults that are broken and they're damaged because of the sins of the mother and the father. So I feel like a mandatory DNA test will cut out on more of the childishness that goes around it. But then again, we'll still see it, so it really wouldn't matter. It would not matter.
It wouldn't really change anything.
But to bring a child into this world and for the female to not know who is trifling. And I don't care how women feel about it. It's very trash. It's not ladylike. And it is off the chain. But nor do I feel like y'all should be fertilizing every female in KCMO either. Because that's
but it's just
that's
not
trashy too. So both sides is trashy.
Yeah, it is.
And that's why they invented
condoms.
Yeah.
I wish I had some boxes.
Be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Do not.
I definitely feel like you should know whose is yours. I would hope that in a good, sturdy foundation relationship, that no one will feel the need to do it. It may hurt you if your close partner was to ask, but go ahead and do it. You shouldn't even give them back lip on it, because if you ain't got nothing to hide, you gonna say, well, come on.
Go ahead.
Let's go down and let's do this. Now, you all know how to do that. No.
I'm questioning, I'm side you like,
and that's how you know she built different. But you should have known that night.
Before you laid it
down. You should know. You know? And so,
yeah.
That's how I feel.
But that's why y'all supposed to, strap up. Let that thing go. That's another condom, like, I mean, what's that condom?
That's another conversation.
Yeah, conversation. Like,
I feel like if this is done in a marriage, that's really devastating.
And don't talk about the female
part because you're breaking,
wow.
You're breaking that trust, and that's all that. So it's
wow.
Yeah. You asked me for the condom when we married.
If you could, because they got this law, so if two married people gotta have a DNA test. That's wild.
Yeah. Oh, that's deep. No,
that's wild.
Is it like that?
Nah, but it's brothers because it's been too many situations where brothers was paying child support for like 15 years, and then he find out it wasn't even his baby because he didn't.
Do they get back pay?
But the sad part of that, I mean, he could probably sue her, but he could probably sue her in civil court and maybe try to get some of that money back. But at the same time, it was on him to try to figure that out. But by the time, I don't know how brothers be doing that though, 'cause bro, when you have a child, they ain't no way you should not know that ain't your baby, dog. Like, you can look at this baby. I don't know. Some people
but sometimes kids do change.
Some people are different. But I know, I'm gonna speak for my DNA is strong. All my babies look like me.
So you know that they came out the womb?
Hell yeah. I mean, I knew before they came out the womb. Yeah. I knew before we got to the hospital, before, like, when she got pregnant, like, yeah. Like, I don't understand, like, if you're in a relationship, I mean, this is going off of the top. If you're in a relationship and it's that rock like that, y'all don't need to be fucking, y'all don't need to be together. Just break that shit up. Just be done. It shouldn't be no bad. It shouldn't get to the point where she pregnant, don't even know who the daddy is. Y'all already ain't in a good relationship. Just let that shit go. Like, fucking ain't that important.
Yeah, that's when it comes with the fidelity and things like that. When you're having babies outside of, your relationship.
That's how you avoid that situation to where you need a mandatory DNA test. Like, it shouldn't be like.
Since this kind of really revolves around the female and how she moves and maneuvers around males and that trust, I feel like it goes down to the way that a lot of females was brought up. I was raised up by a man, not a boy. My parents taught me a lot. That's why I'm not foolish. I never in my life thought it was cute to lay with every man that I seen. So I think it goes back down to the way that you were raised up. Sure. And a lot of and then also people choose what they want to take from their upbringing. Because a lot of females that move funny, their parents did not teach them to move funny. So
they spend too much time in the world.
Yeah.
Social media and things that they seen on TV.
But I seen things that still was not easily persuaded to do it.
Right.
Everything that glitter was not gold to me.
But
I didn't care.
It still goes back to that, not to cut you off, but it still goes back to that upbringing because you can be taught correctly, but you still, it's still that, it's that,
curiosity.
that what's the word? Start with a T. It's that temptation. Like I want to try it and figure it out anyway because I got a little sister and she was like that. Like you could tell her whatever, but she still wants to go out and experience for herself. Yeah. So until people actually go through it, they not gonna know. So it's people like that. It don't care. They can see everybody go through it or whatever, but they still want to just figure it out for themselves.
Best teacher.
That part, and it's people like that.
I feel like
some
I
people
feel like
are born to
experience
be
is the
whores,
best
though.
teacher. Whoa.
I mean, he right.
I mean, he right. I never know it.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but like
But he's so
some
true.
some
I had a friend
souls,
in high school like that.
some souls and spirits that are brought into this earth are not going to do good. And it's on you if you feel like you got some type of moral compass to be cognizant of these spirits. You gotta, when you recognize these demons, run. Like you gotta go the other way, cause some like Marilyn Manson was gonna be Marilyn Manson. Like it's pedophiles out here, it's killers out here. Like it's evil that's going to be here, guaranteed. So for the people that don't want to be a part of that environment and part of certain things, you gotta have your thinking cap on and have your spiritual guide on and be knowing what you running into.
But what if it? Not cause wait. What if it go back to that self-love thing? Because if you don't love yourself, you feel like you can just that part. Like what she said, you'll fall for anything. If you don't truly love yourself, any man or anybody try to approach it could be, and it's even females now. Like you go from female to want to be stud, like you want to be bi. So you looking at the females, you looking at the dudes. Like you really don't love yourself, and you ain't been taught love. So you gonna holler at, get in the bed with anything or anybody, like for real. Trent, like it's really people out there like that. I mess with the trannies, the boss, they don't kill, and I feel like it's also that self-love. Like you gotta love yourself and know what you value, set boundaries, all them type of things. And if you don't got them or no morals and things, you just gonna do whatever.
True. I feel like you definitely have to get to know someone on a deeper level, and beyond the sex, beyond what they can provide, even beyond their upbringing. You have to see what they're dealing with eternal as far as trauma, all that. Because you can be dealing with a young lady who father didn't raise her or stepfather raised her. The upbringing can be all damaged and shattered. So you give her a glimpse of love or a glimpse of attention, she's gonna fall prey. But she'll end up damaging you because you don't know what she's really dealing with internal. And it's not going to take days, months, or even years to get free. That stuff, it takes a while to get free from it. So we have to be smart on who we're entertaining and make sure that y'all on the same wavelength. Because if y'all on two different chapters, what are y'all doing? You wasting time.
What you got on the topic, Louis? What you got? It's a lot.
That was deep. We did it. Right, that was like, yo.
So I would say it should be mandatory, and I'm only saying that for the males, the guys that don't have game, the guys that don't really understand women to that extent, because those are the guys, those men that do understand women, they can peep those red flags, they can peep the signs of how a woman is moving, that this is not a woman to procreate with, this is not a woman to marry. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the more in tune you are with yourself, the quicker you'll be able to notice that in a woman. But unfortunately, the majority of these guys out here don't understand women and don't understand themselves. So I think in order to save them at least years and decades of pain and raising a child that's not theirs, I think it should be mandatory. That way there will be a little bit of accountability on women to not put a man through that.
Not be horse.
Yeah.
Not prey on.
But that really just to get the condom.
But also on the flip side, there's too many guys out here that's not, vetting a woman properly. So
Simps.
So they need this type of support in order to prevent themselves from wasting a lot of the time, which is sad.
And that's fine
which is sad.
if they need that, because everybody don't have the same mindset. That's why we're all different. That's fine if y'all feel that way. But on the other hand, people have to be mature. Sex is not something to just play with. You just do it because you're horny.
Soul
And you at the club. Yeah, soul ties is real, but then beyond that, we're talking about a generation. We're talking about a life that don't deserve to be brought in to this chaos. You're not financially stable. You have to now I think you don't know who it is. That's embarrassing. We're wasting a life. You playing with life.
I think you playing with that female as well because then what it goes back to abortions and things like that. And in some females, they don't want to go to those things, and then sometimes they have to make those types of decisions just based off of the man that they was dealing with.
The sucker and simp.
Yeah, sorry, the simp niggas.
I mean, that's how that conversation. But yeah, that's sad if a woman feel like she gotta get an abortion because that man that she feel like she was pregnant by ain't.
He not gonna be there, and then
Like,
you know how men is. They gonna be like,
that man is. That's another topic.
It is.
So for us to close that topic out, for the ladies, be more mindful of how you move whenever you are taking that next step to have a child with somebody. And for the men, make sure you are vetting the women. Make sure you're taking your time to understand who you're laying with, who you're getting to know. At least get to know that person before you lay with that person.
Stop being a sucker.
Get some condoms.
Nigga, quit being a damn simp, nigga.
Put a hat on something.
You don't know who the damn daddy is. Stop fucking cat.
We're going to close it out on that.
For sure.